Hi, my name is Colbert Williams. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and a certified anger management facilitator. Welcome to PATHOS. Today, on our very first episode, we will be talking about secrets. And secrets will be in two parts. Part one will be on money, and part two will be on sex. So part one, let's get into why do people keep secrets regarding money. Throughout my personal and professional life journeys, I've been given the opportunity to meet a very wide spectrum of people, from the very poor to the very rich. And if you can, for a moment, visualize an inverted bell curve, which will look like, if you can follow my hand, starting here and it kind of dips down and it goes back up. And to the left on that inverted bell curve, we will designate the very poor, with all due respect. And to the very right, we will designate the very wealthy. Now, the question throughout my interactions with these individuals I've been granted the opportunity to meet over these past few years has been asked, well, why are secrets being kept regarding to money? The very poor have many times shared with me that there is a very common denominator that I've saw on both spectrums, and that is fear. And in these fears, what was identified, there were 9 fears in particular that were identified. Now, in today's episode, we will probably not be able to cover all 9, but we'll try to cover maybe the first 3 that were the most outstanding of the fears. Number 1 fear amongst the very poor was betrayal. Betrayal from society, betrayal from family and friends. And many times, society has looked upon the very poor as the forgotten people, people that are many times, quote, kicked to the curb, if you will. And the secrets were, I do not want people to know that I'm very poor, I don't have money, or I'm going through a financial crisis. And many times these secrets are kept very close to the vest, kept in a very tight circle. And we find that betrayal is betrayal of trust. That's another fear that people have, where people that were in once very strong, positive, loving relationships fell in hard times, and now when they were once accepted, now here they are kind of rejected by society and homeless or downtrodden. And that's one of the betrayals that have come up many times, that betrayal of relationships, that betrayal of trust. In regards to the very wealthy, there's an issue of trust and betrayal. They're very interchangeable. How do I know that, for instance, that you love me because of who I am versus my wealth? And the intensity of this betrayal, there's many people who are very wealthy and have had substantial amounts of money that have had their trust betrayed because of money. So many times there's a secret that's kept at this end of the spectrum with the very wealthy, where that's really not disclosed, and many times great efforts are taken to keep that a secret about the level of money one does have. And you find that there's follow-up dynamics with this betrayal of trust that comes to also fear of the truth. Now, if somebody says, well, I love you, and is that the truth, or is that because you love me because of my wealth? And this has been a real challenge for people who are at this end of the spectrum, who have lost their anonymity, for instance. You see this a lot in the professional sports industry and entertainment, where people are very well known, and it's very well known the levels of wealth and money these individuals have. So conversely, you have this issue of, if you have money and your trust is betrayed because of that, and then all of a sudden people find themselves in court, this, that, the other. And so in talking with these individuals that says, well, if I had the opportunity to keep this a secret, then would I be able to experience the truth? And many times that fear of the truth is this real? Is this person being very honest with me in talking about their level of interest? And many times money, there's so much secrets aren't being kept in business relationships, but more so in interpersonal relationships. So many times people will go through great lengths of keeping that secret of the level of money that they do have. And this has been a real challenge in keeping secrets. And this is a social norm also when it comes to money. Socially, it's been found that it's inappropriate, unacceptable, and intrusive to ask a person, well, by the way, how much money do you have? How much money is in your bank account? And in earlier times, that was just a real inappropriate thing to even ask. So that secret was very pervasive. In today's times, we find that there seems to be kind of a reverse factor in keeping secrets regarding money. You find in relationships, many people will ask from the onset, well, we need to find out what your FICO scores are, or what level of security can you offer me in this relationship regarding money. You find in relationships that people are in relationships and have private bank accounts, they have private stashes of money, again, secrets regarding money. And comes back to, well, why is that? And it comes right back to that question again of, why do people keep secrets? Fear. Fear of betrayal, that I'm in this relationship, and if this person has money or doesn't have money, what will happen if I find myself in a court of law? And many times this has happened, where people have gotten involved in relationships and have paid out substantial amounts of money because the relationship failed or terminated, and all over money. So if this was not known that I had this money, would this possibly be a factor in my relationship? So betrayal and trust are pervasive in why people keep secrets. And with that, trust. And you can't talk about betrayal without also talking about trust. And with that, we find that, why do people not trust one another regarding money? Again, well, life experiences. I had an experience where I had my trust betrayed. I told the truth that, well, by the way, let's take the other side for a moment. I don't have money. And, well, I don't think that you're a viable candidate for a relationship, so that I will reject you, I will overlook you, and move onwardly. That societal, that social norm that not having money is considered to be, not appropriate, if you will, or not acceptable as far as your viability for being a candidate for a relationship or being just a good person at nature. And so secrets is a very significant issue in all relationships. Money, it's been talked about, well, what causes relationships to fail, or what are the major challenges in relationships? And it's been discussed many times that money is one of the major issues that can challenge most relationships. If you're in a relationship and you find that money is a factor, well, that's been an issue. So as we go throughout these series, again, we will hopefully, if there's an interest, feel free to call in or write in, and we can follow up on the issue of secrets and explore some of those other fears. So until we meet again, I wish all of you peace, unconditional love, and happiness.
If you are experiencing issues with today's topic and need professional guidance, contact us at 866-726-7881 or through our website, www.enlcinc.com.